Hello Sue, now we'll show you second prototype for the project that I have created. Unlike the last one, I forgot to mention, that one was based on AI, this will be based on physics. So I'm trying to show both my, do what the target, like the goals were for this project. And so I'll just show you that quickly. So I click on my racing game and like I said, I've exported it. You'll get all these files as well as the source files for the game. And then I'm going to play it in window because basically I didn't add a menu screen. And because I didn't add a menu screen yet, as I haven't done it yet, I'm not really planning to do that. It wasn't something that I thought wasn't necessary. It wasn't in my must, so I'm not going to do that at all. So it's just the basic game here. I haven't removed the cursor or anything. So as you can see, it's just a basic racing game with, you got your capsule, which is your vehicle, and then next to it you have a number. That's the speed you're going, and then there's basic collision. I need to just fix the collision. The camera again needs some work, just like in my previous prototype, but it's there. So basically, the racing game consists of, you can turn around using your mouse. So basically when you go A and D and the WSD keys, that's how you move. W is forward, S is back. A rotates you to the left and D rotates you to the right. So I want to do like a racing game, sort of like a more realistic mechanics for a racing game. So it wouldn't just be, you go to the left like in the other game where I would move to the left, you on the X-axis, so it's just X. It just goes, press A, it just moves to the left, press D, go to the right. No, I want it to rotate. So like if you're turning and you're moving, it rotates, sort of thing. So each road has tags. And so basically in the tags are just telling me, this is the speed it can go at, because different bits of roads have different speeds. So for example, the white and the black are just roads. The roads just allow you to go at full speed. And then if you go up here, it's just a ramp, so you should go slower. And I've done that using a raycast. I've had it so that if the player goes up to hit the ramp, it notices it goes up the ramp. Well, originally I wanted to do this. This is a capsule, so as you can see, it's not because of the rounded edges, the collisions. It will just take you up there and slow you down. But originally my plan was to, which I did implement, it's in my code. I've got a script that's showing you that. I will show you in the blog documents as well. Originally I wanted to add a raycast and add 4 boxes across, in the corners. So basically when you go over a surface, I want to use a tag so that the car would be able to go up and down those surfaces at the same speed, and you'd be able to travel at the same speed because you would have that collision between the raycast and the ground, because it was tagged. So, but now what I've done is just created a round capsule, so I can just travel up those ramps without having to implement that mechanic. It just saves time because I have some difficulties with it. So in the future I will do that. So as you can see, you can go down, so I added that raycast. As you saw, if I went down that hill, let me just go up this hill. So if I added that raycast mechanic, as I told you, I would be able to just go down the hill, but instead it just flies off like that, as you saw. Then, so we've got, next thing I want to show you different surfaces. So we've got dirt. They're only allows you to go up to 40 miles an hour in either way. I've done this because it just adds a different fix to the game. I just want to change the different velocities in the game, and it changes the physics type. But once you get in the road, it goes well over 40, it goes up to 60, and then around 60-ish, and it goes to 45-ish on the dirt. Then there's oil, which at the moment it gives you a boost, and that's not, I won't need to change that, but originally I wanted it to make you lose drag, so there'll be more friction towards the game, and it does do that, but it's very subtle, and you can't notice it too well unless you're going at high speeds. Then it'll be really difficult to turn. With the way the layout is at the moment, I can't show that very well. So what I will do, future development, is create a section of the level which is quite an open section, and with oil, so then it's much harder to turn. And again, that has a timer. So basically, the timer just allows the player to or allows the car will for 2 seconds it will lose drag, making it harder to turn. Next, obviously, this is the third one and final one, is water. Water only allows you to go at up to 25-ish, around there. And I just want to show us water, when you hit water, you're obviously going to go slower. So I want to change that physics for that. But you get back into the water, and it's harder to also accelerate because you got the force of the water, in the way, so you can't go as fast. So then I've also got a speed boost. So you go like that, you hold it, and for 2 seconds you go quicker, and then once again, then you slow back down to max speed. So I can just do it again, and it'll go quicker, and then you hit the road, and it goes much quicker. If I'll do it on the road, it'll go up to a lot, really really high speeds, because you're on the road, you're traveling at the maximum speed. So you can then, in instance, use the speed boost to travel a long distance in a short period of time. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to add a time. I didn't want the player to have used that. And if you hold down the speed, it'll just eventually revert back to max speed. So if you keep it hold, it doesn't actually, keep going at full with a boost, which is something I want to add. I implemented it quite well. Next step to actually do is, if I had more time, it would have been to implement another timer. So sorry about that. So after you press the boost, you can't just press it again to keep boosting. You have to wait a couple of seconds before you can press it again. So that just, again, looking at game design principles, it allows it allows the platform got a challenge. So it sets up a challenge, and it's adds a goal sort of thing as well. So if you're racing and you're into the finish line, you have to kind of use your boost at a good time. Thinking about cornering speed and everything, it just adds challenge to the game. Really, that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's the basics of the game that I want to show. The one last comment I want to make is using the tags is what I did. So different surfaces, as stated earlier, have different tags. So for example, if I were to go over this jump and it was water there, so if I went to go down here and there was water there, I wouldn't collide with the water, and the raycast would allow me to travel at the same speed, for example. Which is, it's good because if you have a little jump and you go over water, you're not going to be impacted by the water. So you can travel, you travel at the same speed, and then you land, and then you can keep going. So the raycast has a length that that it goes down to before hitting the ground. So if it doesn't hit the ground, it'll stop at a certain length. But yeah, there are a few issues with this prototype that need to be fixed, but the musts have been done. So that's create the car, be able to move the car, like a car game, and create the different physics mechanics, going over water, ground, or dirt, and the oil. And I added a speed boost as well with timers, so that I added extra bits to it I wasn't planning to do. Originally I wanted to add AI, but I found out that there wasn't a point to adding AI per se, because I had AI on my other prototype. So to save time as well, I thought I've already met that criteria. I will just work on trying to create a racing prototype, and as it's a prototype, it doesn't have to have finished mechanics. It's only showing the basic mechanics that I want to implement. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it shows what you want to see. And like I said, I will post this as well on YouTube, and I'll put a link on my blog. Thank you, Sue.